What's this? A box? You shouldn't have. That's a interesting lock pattern. So what's this for? That's not a good sign. Well, what are warnings for if not to be ignored and then regretting ignoring them later? And oh no, that's a hand. That's just a hand. Okay. Hello everybody, my name is Matt. You may know me by the name of Lazy Urchin, or you might know me as Matt. But anyways, a while ago, I posted 2 videos on a dinky little ROM hack called not Pokemon, sorry, called Moemon Devil 3RDX. And the only reason I say that is because in the game's title, in everything out there on it, and in the ROM, like on any page I could find, essentially, it showed it as 3 capital R, lowercase d, and then capital X. And that was just so incredibly confusing. But that was 8 months ago. Surprising. Crazy how time flies, huh? Well, I'm just gonna be honest with you entirely and fully. I fucking hate this ROM hack. I hate it to the core of my being. It's nothing about the ROM hack's creator or anything. It's just I really disliked mine. I don't know if it's just I secretly put in like some sort of special code by naming myself Matt and just achieved super hard mode or whatever, but like looking up one of the only guides that actually talks about it, and it's completely different. It is completely different. Like it's such a weird ROM hack that it makes sense they would have just some random stuff different in between versions. But at the same time, what the fuck kind of version did I get, bro? Did I get the Kaizo hack? Let me get into this whole ordeal, alright? So this is my trainer card. You can notice a few things, such as the numbers over the badges, and the fact that everything is in fucking Japanese. I can't read that. I cannot even begin to read that. I have no hope at reading it. And unfortunately, it's like that for all the dialogue in, I believe, every version of the game. Then on top of that, they did some fuckery with the gyms. You see those numbers up there above the gyms, with the 1 above the second gym, the 2 above the first gym badge, that is, the 3 above the 6th, and then the 4 above the 3rd. That's the order I beat them, going in lowest to highest level. I really wish that I had saved videos or photos of the fights with them, but I was stupid, so I didn't. So there's quite literally no proof unless you got it, which I would not suggest. Because even with my kind of broken Pokemon, it was still absolute torture. And speaking of Pokemon, let's move on to that next. Now, originally I wasn't going to include this section, but then I remembered, oh yeah, I should probably do that, so people are like, in case people are like, oh, I wonder what happened between episode 2 of him covering it and now, aka 8 months in the future. Well, the Pokemon are doing just fine. Monch is OP as all get out, as per usual. In some of the lower level fights, Lucky was very useful, because there were a few times when I'd have to switch in to, like, heal, or in case it got too low, or in the very rare case where it fainted in battle. And usually Lucky could handle that. Solid speed with a freaking, I think it's a Volt Tackle or Wild Charge or whatever the electric move is that does recoil damage. All around solid Pokemon, very good Pokemon for this ROM hack, and it was great to have her on the team. Well, speaking of great Pokemon to have on the team, Blam the Remoraid. When a level, I think 14 Remoraid has Bubble Beam and a level 20 Wartortle still only has Water Gun for water type move damage, and the Remoraid does more damage than the starter, it's a little sad, but at the same time, put the starter in the box and take the fish with you. The only thing that I regret about this is that I never evolved Blam, and I'm pretty sure, isn't it that they evolve at level 25? So I could go and do that real quick, but I don't know. Moving on. There's Ember. Ember was a Charmander that I had on my team exclusively for the express purpose of using Cut, because none of my other Pokemon could learn it. Yep. And then there's Borb, who was used just for Fly and for heal stalling. That's about it, honestly. This ROM hack, from the one on the guide out there that was the not horribly bad version that I had, it seemed cool because there's like a whole bunch of Pokemon from Gen 1 to 5. They got a whole bunch of stuff. It looks cool. Clearly I didn't get the good version from whatever kind of mystery box I pulled it from. But if you want to get the game, I'd say try and find the good version. I think the one I got was from like ROM's Mania or something. But yeah, no. Overall, if you're looking for a fun time, there's probably more fun ROM hacks out there, but at the same time, this was still pretty fun when it wasn't actively infuriating to the point of me wanting to snap my controller in half. But it is what it is, you know? That's just kind of how life be. But if you enjoyed the video, be a good person, have a good afternoon, evening, morning, whatever. Just have a good one, alright? I'll see you later, I guess.